Long time no talk. Actually, really, it's only been like, I don't know. It's Wednesday today. My face still peak freak out mode. I think finally, like, you know how like when you drink water and like you drink more water than usual, like it's like there's like a water purge and like your skin just gets worse before it gets better. I'm not sure if that's what's happening right now. I've done nothing different to my skin, to my eating habits. Nothing has changed. So it's just angry. I always have had angry skin though. But I just wanted to let you know. And I don't need advice. I don't need advice. Let's just not talk about it from here on out. I am making my cup of coffee for the morning, my first one. It's 9, oh, it's 10 o'clock almost. I slept in today because I didn't realize my Apple Watch had died overnight. And so when my alarm went off, my phone went off. Because usually it's just my watch vibrating when the alarm goes off and it wakes me up. But it doesn't wake up Bomi. Today though, my phone went off and Bomi like startled awake. And I thought it would be up at 8. But she laid back down, and I'm like, okay, I'll just hit the snooze. Well, hitting the snooze on my phone's a lot easier to accidentally hit the stop button than it is my watch. So we slept in for another hour. Personally, I loved it. On the writing front, friends, we have been chug-a-lugging along. Last night, I actually edited quite a bit. I edited until I was delirious, and there was like 1 in the morning. Got to I don't know what page, I don't know what chapter. Honestly, I think my chapter 1 is pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid. I think it conveys everything that it needs to perfectly. Margot's attitude, the life like around her, a little bit of the backstory. I think it establishes everything that it needs to, and I love how it sounds. I think the only thing I might change, add a little bit more of her interaction with the love interest, but it makes sense that there's not a lot because, you know, it's chapter 1. We don't want too much, you know? But I think I started from it. Was it yesterday that I started back from chapter 1? It must have been because I think I took Monday off. I think so. I started from chapter 1 yesterday. I think I'm on like at least chapter 5, and I was working back through chapter 1. And I'm like, I just love chapter 1. I think it is working so well. Which is a little funny because normally my chapter 1s always change, and this chapter 1 has stayed the same since drafting. So I will say I'm doing quite terribly at organizing my time because I'm only just now starting the reread of my Love and Fenton County series. We are supposed to read What Are Friends For this week, and I have, does it tell me how much is left of this book, this section? It does not. So I don't know how much longer I have left. I'm only like 3 pages into chapter 1, but I have until Sunday to finish it. So it's just like, did I say I have client work today? I also have client work. It's only 80 pages, so not gonna be too difficult. But it is due tonight, so we have that. But oh my gosh, what I had picked you up for. So What Are Friends For is my very first book that I ever self-published. It's the very first book I've written that's out of my league, or of the series, I should say, because I wrote many, many books before out of my league. But it's the first book that I published. And y'all, I'm cringing. It's not terrible, but I feel like it's not good. It's not, no, I don't want to say that. Please read it. I just mean like, I can see how much I've grown since, what are you eating over there? I'm having a tough time. They're in the clothing store now, and like I don't know. It just feels very like this line. It's okay, Eli, I told him, reaching around and squeezing the arm that held our coats. But when you do want to talk about it, know that I'm here, okay? Like I don't know. I doubt I'd be cringing if it wasn't me who wrote this. Like if it was some other author, I doubt I'd be like, oh. But it's oh. Stop. This is gonna be a fun time, isn't it? Also, I named a character Elijah. I also named another character Eloise. Why would I have done that? That's so stupid. Elijah and Eloise, like if they were related, it might have made sense. But Elijah and Eloise are so similar. Like, why would I have done that? I'm so silly. I don't know. It's just giving like cringe city. What? No, I'm not sniffing you, Rem. Sniff me. Perfume always smell different when mixing with other people's body chemistry or whatever. Sniff me. Tell me what you think. Y'all. It's giving more rom-com than I think I write now. And it's not. We're not. No. 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 What is this line? Oh. So I finished the client work and I am feeling like a little bit burnt out after it. Does my hair look darker here? It does, doesn't it? It's the lighting, but there are times when I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, it looks like my hair, like I dyed it again, but I haven't. It's still brown. Anyway, sorry. I'm feeling a little bit burnt out after it, so I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I think I'm going to rearrange my CD wall. I absolutely hate how it looks. Ugh! I've hated how it looks ever since I put it up for a couple reasons. A, the spacing, part of my language, is shit. Like, it's so, like, look at that. What is this? What is this? I didn't use a spacer. I did it like on impulse. And it's horrible. And I hate how I have structured it in like column, like rows like this. What I want to do instead is like, so pretend these CDs aren't here, but like do it like a diagonal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that. I think I'm gonna restructure this and then maybe clean this up. It gives me such bad anxiety. It's horrible. Horrible. Isn't it? Horrible. I also really want to redo the PC wall because we have these two fat stacks of PCs to put up. I might do that and then get to writing out. But then, I don't know. I'm going back and forth because I haven't decided how I want to do this yet. Going back and forth. It's the way that she knows it's bedtime and she will not let me pick her up. She's like, I know where you want to take me. I'm not going. Come here. Bo. It is time for bed. Oh my goodness, you have so much energy. Don't you? Hello. Oh, my hair is so funny. Look at it. I took a shower today. This isn't air dried. Look how puffy and like strange it is. It's very strange. Oh, I'm having a day. I just sent off the client work that I had to do today. I finally got a few orders at the very least. Not nearly what I am used to. Also, how dirty is my kitchen? It's not as bad as it has been in the past, but I just need to watch Bomi. She's going potty. I'm having a day. So I've been talking with my accountant, just getting stuff ready and organized, you know. She had said, she's like, oh, you're gonna get like a sizable return this year, because last year was the first time that we ever did quarterly payments. And I pay a lot every quarter. I pay a lot. She was like, oh, you're going to get a sizable return this for tax season. And I'm like, yes, I'm not going to have to pay. I'm going to get a sizable return. I went to see her today, and she only thought I was getting a sizable return because she didn't realize that I had sent her something like my income and expenses for like the year. And I'm still a little miffed about it. So I have like this whole spreadsheet that I use to track throughout the year. If you're on Patreon, you know. I had it fully compiled and I sent it to her, and she must not have seen it. She must have missed it. This is something in my hair. She must have missed it because she didn't have any of my income or expenses. And today she's like, well, do you have this expense? And I'm like, oh, that's under the arts and edits like thing in the Excel sheet. And she's like, okay, do you have this income? And I'm like, it's also in the Excel sheet. And she's like, well, I don't have an Excel sheet. And so I had to email it to her. Turns out I am not getting a sizable return. And she had told me a few days ago, like maybe a week ago, that I was going to get a sizable return. So I've had a full week to be like, oh, the weight is off my shoulders. Financial burden is gone. And it's like psych. So I'm having a bit of a day where I am just like bummed about how things are panning out. And that's okay. Sometimes we have days where life just likes to kick us when we're down. And that's fine, you know? That's fine. I only want to cry a little bit. So we have taxes taken care of almost. I have to just, there's one more thing I have to fill out and take back. But then taxes are done. Better than last year. Last year I had to pay $10,000 in taxes. We're doing much better than last year. Being an adult is so hard. Being an adult who is self-employed is so hard. It is not for the faint of heart, friends. So the plan is for the rest of the night to work on editing. I'm going to make my second cup of coffee now. Today is Thursday, so that means I have to send this YouTube video posted tomorrow, which I don't think I really filmed anything this week. I've kind of had a week where, I don't know, I've been doing stuff, but just haven't been filming it. I had to let like a dog sit for a friend, so that kind of cut into my schedule a little bit and kind of threw things off a little bit, but like not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I'm off my routine of vlogging. But I went so hard in the last week with vlogging, like, oh, get this draft done, and then I didn't finish it, and that I think I just feel a little bit more like, I think I had like trained myself to think that this was going to be like a low key kind of week because I was going to be done with my draft, but that was not the case. I'm going to sneeze. I don't know what chapter I'm on for editing. I'm not too far, but the goal for the rest of the night is to get far. I really want to get this book published. It would take so much weight off of my shoulders to have this book published. I can't remember if I said this in a Patreon live stream or not, or if it was general YouTube. I believe it was Patreon live stream, but it's so hard to be feeling the consequences of my actions from months ago. Like, my last book I published was August 29th, I want to say. Unless you like have a great genre and have a lot of backlist, I don't think you will. I don't know, I don't want to speak in generals, but I am not sustaining with 6+ months of no book. And it's sucky. It's sucky because the time that I wasn't writing, it was due to like just me being in like the worst spot of my life. I'm glad that I wasn't facing as much hardship then, but it's really hard to reap the consequences of those actions of not writing, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't change the fact that I didn't write for however many months. I can't change the fact that I literally spent 6 months on a book that I probably will not publish. I can't change that, and it sucks. It's really hard when there's literally nothing you can do, but something that you did is hurting you a lot long term. It sucks. It's hard. It's not fun. I am trying really, really hard to keep that headspace of it is what it is. It's in the past. You can't fix the past. You can't change the past. You just have to move forward. But when the pinch of things gets tighter, it's really hard, you know? And you're just, that self sort of like resentment a little bit it kind of hits a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, it's like, dang, if only I had done this, if only I had done that. It's okay. We will get there. We will publish this book. I feel good about it. It's not that I don't. I really do. I know my last vlog I talked about how like I felt bad for pantsing and or that I just like pantsing just didn't. I said something that didn't sound quite. I am confident in this book. I feel really good about this book. It's just getting it to where it feels great in my head. I just have to get it there on paper, and it's coming along nicely, and we will get there, and it will get published. That weight weighing me down will lighten its load a little bit. I will admit it is a little bit like even more weight when I think about how it's gonna I have to the rest of April, I have the rest of May, and at this point I don't know. It all depends on everything aligning perfectly in place for me to get it published by the mid to end of June. I was gunning for beginning of June, but I don't think it depends on if everything can fall into place and I can get this draft done within the next week. And I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm just gonna act like it's gonna happen, and like maybe we will accidentally manifest it. Because every other time I've like accidentally manifested things, they've come true. Do you remember all those times when I'm like, I need new flowers, and then boys bring me flowers? Like, what the heck is that about? I'm just gonna accidentally manifest it. I'm just gonna say, we're gonna finish it by next week. By, what's next Friday? Tuesday's the 9th. Friday's the 12th. I'm sitting here pretending like I'm doing the math. I'm not doing the math. I was just staring at my door. I don't know. Whatever Friday is. The 11th, the 12th, I don't know. So we're just going to say, by the 12th, we're going to have this done. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. And it'll be sent off to my editor, and it's going to be beautiful and amazing and lovely. But first, we need coffee.
Not what you're doing, and that as a client, you don't need to have a right to make their own choices, to at least alter the dress.
Good morning. I'm so sleepy. I didn't go to bed last night until after 2. I was up right in the night away. I've got my laptop open. Let's look at where we're at. What is going on with that hairline? What is going on? We just ended chapter 5. We're on chapter 6. I'm on page 95 of 233 edited, so we're getting pretty close to being halfway. Yesterday's had some things that I had to rewrite and add new, so it took a little bit longer. But we are, I still feel good about this progress. This next chapter actually, is going to have minimal changes, so that's going to go fast. I am probably going to let you go here because I still have to edit this video this morning. And my coffee just finished, so we're still chugging along. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your encouraging words that you guys leave on the videos. It really makes my day, makes me smile, and it helps push me through when I get doubtful and scared and nervous. But I feel good with this book. I really do. I really do feel like this change I'm making makes the most sense developmentally and structurally. I think that it's a very fun book. It's a little bit different from me, but still has the same Sarah Sutton vibe to it. Oh my gosh. I forgot I'm doing a reread. I haven't read more than when we last spoke about that, which was days ago. I have today and tomorrow to finish it. And technically some of Sunday morning, because the live stream that we talk about is not until 5. So if you're doing the reread with me, this is your reminder. Don't forget you gotta read. Like me, the author, the whole organizer of the reread. Beginnings of the month are just always so hard for me. Like, they're always so jam-packed with stuff that I forget what else I have to do other than the normal stuff. Alright, that being said, I'm gonna let you go here because we have a lot to do today apparently. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 10 young adult romance books and 1 upcoming new adult romance book. Keep an eye out for it. Keep your eyes on me. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!